Welcome to the Happy Doc, the voice of fulfilled physicians, sharing life stories from physicians, health professionals, and entrepreneurs so that you can live your happy life. Good morning, everyone. This is another episode of the Happy Doc with Dr. Taylor Brana. And it is about 4:45 in the morning in Hawaii. I'm a little bit jet lagged right now, so it's a little easier to wake up in the morning. But for today's episode, I'm going to talk about the importance of environment when it comes to our energy levels, our happiness, our joy. Because this morning, I'm waking up and I'm hearing the birds chirping in the background. I'm listening to the energy of the day start to get going very early, and I actually feel more energized just knowing that the environment I'm in is more peaceful, more tranquil, and all of those great things. And I introduced this idea because often in this podcast we talk about the importance of our energy level, and our energy level isn't just dependent on our personal habits and routine. It's also impacted by the environment in which we live. So for example, what does the room we wake up in, what does our room look like, or how does it feel? Is it cluttered or is it clean? Who are our roommates, or who are the people that we surround ourselves with on a daily basis? Are they positive people or are they negative people? Are these people cheering you on, or are these people pushing you down? What is the environment that you have when you enter or leave the house and you enter that new section of your day? What is it like outside? What is the environment like in your workplace? What is the environment like when you go to a specific activity or hobby? Although we might not think about it in a holistic sense, this is a very important aspect of our energy level. So it's very important to check into our environment to see if it's a right fit or if it's a good fit. Now, often when it comes to our environment, there are only so many things or only so many levels of control that we have. Obviously, with our personal space, it's easy to change up our decorations. It's easy to change up the cleanliness of the room. It's maybe easy to change out some furniture, some art pieces, or what have you. But setting yourself up with an environment that's going to be the most helpful for you, that's the right fit for you, is incredibly important. And the way to check in is to kind of see, are you waking up with a sense of excitement and a sense of joy? And do you truly enjoy the things that you're surrounding yourself with as you're getting up out of bed or as you're moving through your day? Or can you do an inventory and take a look at your lifestyle or your day and start to notice things that are being energy vampires or sucking the energy or reducing the energy that you have as you go along in your day? So for example, you might be excited to wake up in your home, or go to a specific room in your home, or go to a certain location in your city, or thinking about these different environments that we interact with every day. And we might be excited to go towards those environments. And then in other aspects of our lives, we're feeling a lot of resistance. We're avoiding going to a specific area. We're procrastinating from heading towards something. We feel a sense of repelling from that environment or that space. So it's incredibly important to start to pay attention to that, figure out why that's happening, understand if this is something that we can change now or something we would like to change in the future. It's obviously not feasible for someone to completely uproot and change their location or area that they live in, but it is incredibly important to pay attention to these things, because these little things like our environmental energy or environmental setup can have a huge impact on the quality of our life. And we have to remember something called the compound effect, which is that life is constantly compounding. So if we are, just like kind of like compound interest, if money or interest is working for us, we're gaining money over time that compounds. But if that money is working against us, we're losing money that compounds over time. It's the same thing with our energy levels. These things are always compounding over time. So it's really important to check in with our environment. So again, in summary, I would say do a check-in of your physical location, your room, your home, your roommates, your friends, the spaces that you go to, things like the air quality, the sounds that you're hearing, the overall feel or the vibe that you feel in a specific location. All of those things are incredibly important in regards to our environmental energy and have an impact on our well-being and our peace. And I reflect on this because I'm really enjoying this environment. I've noticed the change already in the way I'm feeling in the mornings. And I think that's going to have a huge impact on myself. And I'd love to inspire you to consider the environments that you are in and what you might do in the future to change some of that. I hope that gives you some inspiration or some ideas for the day. As with all things, this is an episode to inspire you to think a little bit differently and to ultimately help you make change, take actions, start to alter some of the thinking around your life. And I hope that you can find more peace, more joy, more gratitude, more love in the process of what you do on a daily basis. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode, and I'll see you on the next one.
And that's the episode for today. I want to thank you for listening to today's episode of The Happy Doc. Please leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. It's one of the best ways for people to find us. Additionally, I want to let you know that if you look up Happy Doc TV on YouTube, you'll find live videos of me actually streaming some of this content. If you guys have any questions, you can email thehappydoc1@gmail.com. If you have some guests that you'd like me to interview, if you have any questions, if you want me to tackle an idea, send an email to thehappydoc1@gmail.com. I'm also doing personal coaching, including podcast coaching, life coaching. And if you have any ideas, maybe you want to toss it around, see how I can help, please email thehappydoc1@gmail.com. Thanks again for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode.